are new from out of town and I wanted to get you together, so mingle. If you guys want to hang out with Joel or have any questions for him, why don't we go around and introduce ourselves? That'd be great.
Great.
Start out with me. Or who's starting? I'm
Hey,
sorry.
I'm Jody. I have a little channel. I do gun stuff. It's called Western Kentucky. I'm new to the homesteading community. Thank y'all, everybody, for inviting me in. We just did an event in Middle Tennessee last week with Jack Spirico and Very Independent and John Willis at SOE and Billy Vaughn from Permapasture was there. And Joel's my Yoda. I didn't realize it for sure till the day. I was like, that's everything I thought, and I thought I was crazy. And I was like, now I just need to put foot to the ground. So thank you, Joel, for being here. Thank you, Megan. Y'all have done awesome. I know it's a lot of work, but thank you. Appreciate all y'all.
What's the name of your channel?
Weapons Junkie. Because it says weapons, I don't get a lot of followers. I have done a lot of content on a lot of other channels. So.
In the homestead life my whole life, but I'm a personal trainer, a PE teacher, so I'm trying to just educate in a whole lot of different things. So I'm glad to be here. And she put together these amazing bouquets within a day. I asked her to make them. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Thank you.
My name is Samantha McClure. I'm the urban homesteader. I live in Edgefield, South Carolina, where we have 1.5 acres in the middle of town. I work with my local community, teaching foraging and herbs and just homesteading things like baking and canning, something I truly enjoy, and I'm working to grow it into a bigger thing.
So my name is Charlie. This is my wife Lisa. We have a YouTube channel called Homesteading Hungry. I retired from the Navy after 23 years, about a year and a half ago, and actually started on this journey with a nice little stuff together. We had a lot of fun doing it, so we come out this. So thanks, Mike, for having us out here.
And more on homesteading, please.
And then here's another one. So me and my friend Jesse, we started a channel called More on Homesteading, and I had stickers for it.
I have mine.
So we started this because we've been watching a lot of these YouTube channels, and they're very pristine and they're very nice, and people do a really good job with this. But we wanted to do one to talk about the things that don't work out so well, because there's another side to it. So we wanted people to feel really comfortable being on our channel talking about that. So if you would like to be featured on More on Homesteading, reach out to us, and we would love to have you as a guest on our channel through Zoom, or if you're close, we'll try to get and hook up together locally. But just another aspect of this. It's not all glory.
So if you have an ongoing catastrophe, call.
Yeah, exactly. We might not be able to help, but we can talk about it. So thank you for your support.
Great.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you for your service.
Thank you.
All right, Marcia.
So, my name is Marcia Dowdle. We have a new channel. We're very small. We just started a month and a half ago. This is my daughter Lexi. It's the Dowdle Homestead. So we're on 0.93 acres in suburbia. And we just recently, well, this spring we got chickens, so we're doing that. We're moving them, like Joel says. We have a really big garden. I eventually want to get into a market garden. So, I have a daughter that's a senior this year, and I'm going to let her graduate high school. And then after that, we're planning on moving probably up to North Carolina. We'd like to get some land up there just because the homeschooling laws are a little bit less strict, so that way she can be homeschooled. But yeah, we're getting started. I plan on canning. I watched my grandmother ever since I was way little can, so want to do that and kind of showcase that some on the channel.
Thank you.
Great.
Hey, so we are Our Freedom Song, and so we just started our urban garden. Just our journey as far as that goes. We do have 4 kids, and we homeschool them, and so it's been a really exciting journey just beginning. And I've had such an outpouring of just love from the gardening community. It's been so incredible. Like, we're blown away by how just people just want to pour into you. People who've been doing it forever. And so although we're beginner gardeners, I feel like just so educated, like every single time. I'm posting a video, people are chiming in and they're being so helpful and so loving. And so it's been very inclusive as far as the gardening community. And we're enjoying it right now. We are planning to extend our garden. It's very addicting. Gardening is like so addicting. And so, we just started with just the idea of edible landscaping. Really wanting our kids to be able to just go outside and have a snack, just like outside the door. But then it's turning into this thing where it's just like, man, we can really become sustainable and we can really support our family in this way. And so we have some chickens and we're expanding our garden and we're just going to see wherever pretty much the Lord leads us. And so we're really excited about it.
Homestead. Everyone always asks about the name. Our children are Selah, Moriah, and Josiah. Their nicknames are Sayabo and Jeff. And so that's where the name came from. I grew up.
Not more like the Three Stooges.
Some days, yes.
Some days, yeah. That's more like it. But I grew up in California in an agricultural family. He grew up with like a city garden in Greenwood, South Carolina, in the city of Greenwood, South Carolina. Like more of the urban garden. And we started having kids and wanted to provide food for them. So ended up buying some land, gateway animal chickens, had to start there. And then that progressed to meat rabbits and dairy goats and pigs and a cow and bigger garden and
Our main focus is just like building community and teaching and bringing people into just like this whole idea of sustainable. And we feel like our role is kind of just to encourage people.
Yeah, and we only cleared about an acre of our land. So our big focus is that you can do anything on any scale. You don't have to have 10 acres. You can do a lot with a little bit. We started in a patio home. And so that's where we started growing more for our family in a patio home. So it can be done.
Kenneth and our wild child Declan over here. He's had fun here today, Megan. Thank you so much. If you get complaints about a 3-year-old who dropped his pants to be in the middle of the festival, I'm so sorry. He was raised outside. He was raised outside. So we are over on Instagram and YouTube at Living the Hype Life. We are an off-grid family here in South Carolina, headed towards Myrtle Beach. We're near the coast. And we mainly raise meat rabbits. We love our meat rabbits. We have chickens. I'm not a fan of chickens. We have goats that we're getting into, and we're looking forward to learning from Say Mojo today about goats and how to take care of them. But we're just off-grid, and we mainly teach other people how to live off-grid and how to live more self-sustainably. So you don't have to rely on grocery stores to feed your animals. Our rabbits are being bred to produce meat rabbit weight on forage instead of on pellets. So that's what our focus is on right now, is really just increasing our meat rabbits so we can get those out to people. So you don't need pellets to feed your rabbits. So we're really working towards that. And it's going good so far. Yeah. I don't know what
I'm Stephen Rosowski. We have Faithfamily Homestead. This is my wife Shannon. We got 13 acres of land in South Carolina. We do chickens, not on that acreage. We got 2 homesteads running Pullman now. We got 2 acres of land, and we increased the size back in January to 13. We bought another piece of land. We do chickens. We butcher our Rhode Island red roosters, how we get our meat birds.
We have our own brooder set up.
Yeah, we got a brooder set up. We do quail. We got layer chickens. Everything's raw land where we're at. We produce everything.
Our main garden is on the raw land, with only two acres that we're renting to live in a subdivision. So the quail and the meat birds and everything's at my grandmother's, and we all help split the profits. And that's pretty much it.
Yeah,
We're on YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, whatever kind of.
pretty much everything.
Y'all, I have been
so busy today that I can't find the words to talk. Sorry. Thanks for being here.
Hey, I'll go next because I have to go leave this room.
Oh, okay.
Hey, I'm Rochelle, and my channel is Legacy Home and Garden. And so glad that all you folks came out to see me. Thank you all for coming.
That's why we're on here.
Yeah, so just quick, really, I'm a little bit different than all of you in that I do have goats, I do have rabbits, I do have chickens, but they are not to be eaten. Those are for pets. But if something were to happen and I had to survive, I see that I can on that, and I will. But my intention was not to have the animals to eat. Not that I haven't eaten rabbit and all of that, that's how I was raised, but my husband can't do it. He can't see them and take care of them with me every day and feed them to eat them. He can't do it. So I have to respect that. Okay, so we have a lot of joy in the animals that we have. Now we do eat chickens. So that's that part. I garden, which I absolutely love, and I'm learning that in events like this just fill me up. It's so nice to meet so many different people and to learn about what you're doing and how you're doing it and to see your enthusiasm. It's just catchy, but then also just to learn different things. Like I was listening to the backyard chicken thing earlier, learned a few things there. You know, so just the different things. But I just have a little YouTube channel. It's not even a big deal. It's just little things about what I'm doing in my garden and how proud I am of this cucumber that I grew from a seed and stuff like that. But I so enjoy being a part of all of this because you really do learn a lot. And I've learned so much from so many people and met some great people. So thanks for coming out to see me and hear my story. Share it with you all. So Legacy Home and Garden, go check me out.
Don't boss her around. She won't be
No,
bossed.
no. Yeah,
Don't do it.
All right, Brittany. I'll turn it over to David.
My name is David. This is my wife Brittany. This is our family. We have Boundary Creek Farm, and our goal is to basically be less reliant on the grocery store. We raise our own beef, pork, working on chicken. We haven't done that yet. We do eat eggs. And our channel is basically just kind of our experience of it all. So we're learning as most everybody else. So we're kind of just, yeah, if we find something that we really like, then that's what we really focus on. Even if like another episode like that. We are from Blackville, South Carolina. The low country.
My name is Justin Metcalfe. I live in Madison County, North Carolina with my two daughters, Virginia and Charlotte. Our channel is Metcalfe Meals. I do a little bit of farming, some gardening, but mostly I work with grain mills. I build a water mill from the ground up. I dress millstones. I've done a lot of work with old equipment, but I'm starting, actually last weekend I pretty much finished my first prototype grain mill. It's a horizontal stone mill where the stones lay flat versus most mills where they're vertical. My goal with this is to make a small stone grain mill that's affordable and you're not tied to just an electric motor. My mill's going to have a dry pulley under it. You can hook whatever you want to it. A tractor, a water wheel, a lawnmower engine, whatever.
5 displaced bureaucrats.
Matter of fact, we're working on that very thing. But yeah, it's been fun. I've been working with grain mills since I was about 14, and it's kind of gotten more and more the last few years. So I'm excited. I'm going to try to start producing these grain mills in the near future. And it's fun. I try to share everything that I can.
Did Ben Holler come out to see you?
What's up?
What's the Holler?
Yeah. Ben
I
Holler
saw
came,
that.
Jason from Sutherland.
Yep. Okay.
Billy right here at Permaculture, he's been a huge encouragement. My daughter Virginia actually suggested I start a channel a few years ago. I didn't know where to start, but we got these neighbors here, Billy and his wife Michelle and his son William, Permapastures Farm. They had a channel. They said, hey, you can do this. And they encouraged me. And I'm so thankful that they did.
I'm Billy Bond, and it's pretty cool to be surrounded on both sides by my pastor who has a YouTube channel, Homesteading Pastor. He really is my pastor. He straightens me out. And people don't, look, he's never going to tell you the full extent of what he does. He's one of the few people on planet Earth. And he literally lives a quarter mile down the road from me. He's one of the few people on planet Earth that literally taps out these rocks. He's invented a mill that changes. He's so incredibly modest. He has this mill that will run on a PTO of a tractor. You can literally drive your truck up on the ramp, turn the wheels and idle, and it'll grind your grain. He's one of the most astonishing people that I've ever had the pleasure to know in my life. And two little girls call me Uncle Billy, so it makes me happy.
Tell them about you, Billy.
Well, I'm Billy at Permapastures Farm. We raise beef. We raise pigs. Nobody believes this, but we do it for 21 cents a pound. We raise our chickens for free. And we raise our egg layers for free. And we do it all at the same time while producing 1.5 cubic yards of compost a week in this system called the chicken tractor on steroids. It was invented by Jeff Lawton in Australia. It was actually created by a guy named Carl Hammer. And then, as of right now, we're the first people on the planet that have successfully raised meat birds within this system. So we're trying to evangelize this as much as we can on YouTube. It's more of a teaching thing, but I'm one of the few, I like to think, one of the few permaculture designers in the world that's okay with making money. And there's nothing wrong with that. So we sell the world's best deer repellent, all natural, called bone sauce. It's a byproduct from the butcher work I do. So we've taken this waste stream and turned it into something. And then also the biggest blessing I think of all this is this man was driving up and down the road of this place I bought in North Carolina in the mountains for almost a year. I thought he was some hipster riding up and back and forth from California on his tractor. Turns out me and him's best friends. And these collaborations, these beautiful collaborations, led into meeting the Homestead pastor and his wife. And honestly, led to meeting all of y'all. And then for maybe the 5th time now, being under the same roof with one of my heroes on this planet that got me out of a life of crime, I'm good.
I think it's you.
Hello, I'm Pastor Lon Al, homesteading pastor. This is my beautiful wife, Lottie. We own 17 acres in Hartsville, South Carolina, about a little 3 hours from here. We started homesteading back in 2017. It's actually her dream and her vision that got us started on the route we're on now. And but anyway, we've grown into a little homestead there. Like I said, 17 acres. We raise beef. We got some. We raise pork. Got a few hogs in the freezer. We raise chickens, meat rabbits. We have turkeys. What we got? What else we got? Guineas. Honeybees. We got honeybees. We have a honey flow coming here shortly. We got milk goats, Nubian milk goats, and Nigerian dwarf milk goats. And she makes goat milk soap at the house when we got goats in milk. She also makes elderberry juice or elderberry syrup. We grow on elderberries on the homestead. She makes the drink called kombucha. You never ever heard of kombucha? Good for your gut. She makes that at the homestead. And she does a lot of baking and cooking on our videos at home. I do a lot of devotionals. That's what our channel is based on, was Jesus Christ. And I don't care what you got going on in your homestead. If you don't have Jesus Christ first in your life, you don't have anything. Amen. So that's the main thing our channel is about, is spreading the gospel. And then we met people like Billy and Justin and their families, and a lot of you over here, Megan, and y'all over there in Bennettsville, and my sister down in the low country. Hey, I didn't even see you till just a little bit ago when you were speaking.
I know, I saw your shirt and I was like, oh wait.
Yes, ma'am. But anyway, we met so many good people up here, and YouTube has just been a blessing. And we even have people that comment back or send me an email where they accepted Jesus Christ because of the gospel being shared, and that's more important than anything. Like I said, that's my main focus, is salvation for the people that are lost. So with that being said, we also grow a garden. We got a regular in-ground garden like my granddaddy taught me to have back in the day when they tillered up the rows and plowed up the rows. We got raised bed gardens. We got what's the vertical green stalk planters. We plant stuff in a 5-gallon bucket. I told somebody earlier, where it used to be azaleas, we'd rather put a tomato plant in now than a flower. Because we see the need. We grow butter beans and peas and squash and okra and watermelons and pumpkins, you name it. We try to put it in the ground. Because we think we're going to need it now. We don't want to need it now. We feel like we're going to need it in the days ahead too, the way things are going. So it's an honor to be here. I started out, like I said, with the YouTube channel. My boys laughed at me, said, you'll be lucky to get 50 subscribers. And I kind of halfway believed them, but then halfway I didn't. I knew if I was sharing the gospel that it would grow. That was the main thing. And thank the Lord, we're over 2,700 subscribers. We're not about numbers, but every number in my book is a soul that watches our channel. And I promise you that's what it's all about. I try to share Jesus Christ, try to encourage people along our journey with what we're doing on the homestead. There's another thing, and I see we got different people here from different homesteads, different races of people. You can watch my channel. One of the biggest things I try to talk about is that no matter where we came from, no matter what color the skin is on the outside, we're all the same on the inside. That's something that needs to be preached in this country and around the world more now than ever before. Amen. So thank y'all for allowing us to be here today. We enjoyed it. Hopefully this won't be this is our first get together, as we call it in the country, or gathering, and hopefully it won't be our last. So thank y'all, love you, and may God bless you.
It's here. I mean, there's what, 10 or 12 of us? And I'm certainly glad to give everybody, whatever, 5 minutes if you want. I don't know how you want to set that up. You want to take turns and everybody watch what everybody else is doing, and I don't know how you want to do it, but